Okay, everybody, breathe in, breathe out. It is incredibly important to breathe while you're talking. But where? When? Anytime? Can I only breathe when the sentence is over? Will everybody get confused if I breathe or pause in the wrong place? Well, they might. So this lesson is actually going to make you easier to understand, which is like a really great goal. This is a part of the Make English Easy series, where every video gives you a small step that you can take to improve your overall pronunciation. I'm Teacher Ryan, and I started my YouTube channel because pronunciation is like exercise. You're going to need to repeat it. And today we're talking about thought grouping, which just means the way that you group words in a sentence so that the person listening to you can understand you much easier. First, let's talk about the easy ones. You can always breathe or pause where there is a comma or a period. You can also breathe at a conjunction. Your teacher may have taught you about fanboys, which is just an easy way to remember all of these conjunctions. For example, I was calling my mom and walking down the street. So I can breathe at the conjunction. I was calling my mom and walking down the street. Let's try a harder example. I was chasing my dog because he was trying to eat my homework in my backyard. Now, if I say, I was chasing my dog because he was trying to eat my homework in my backyard, that sentence is going to be a little confusing. It's going to be harder for the person listening to understand me. But when you thought group in English, the grammar is here to guide you. So let's look at a couple of places you don't want to pause. We don't pause in prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases are usually a preposition plus a noun determiner plus a noun. There are other combinations, but this one is the most common. We are not going to breathe or pause in the middle of a prepositional phrase because it's a thought group. It's a very common grammar structure. Okay, let's look at another much more difficult example. The first Harry Potter book was written in 1998 by J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling was an English as a second language teacher before she wrote Harry Potter. Now in these sentences, we have a few names and a few titles and a prepositional phrase and a conjunction. Now the first thought group is our subject and verb. The subject is the first Harry Potter book, and the verb is was written. So probably we're not going to stop anywhere in the first part, subject and verb. But if we needed to breathe, if we needed a pause, we would actually pause before in 1998 or before by J.K. Rowling. Both places would be okay, but not inside a prepositional phrase. So not in 1998. I'll read it again and you can pause and repeat. The first Harry Potter book was written in 1998 by J.K. Rowling. Now in the next sentence, our subject is J.K. Rowling and the verb is was. This is easy. You don't need to pause. There's only 3 words. But the next few words in the sentence are a title. An English as a second language teacher. That's the name of her job and the name of my job. So you're not going to pause there at all. It's a thought group. Maybe you want to pause there because there's so many words, but a native speaker would not pause. So try it with me. An English as a second language teacher. An English as a second language teacher. And then our next word is before, and that's a conjunction. So, woo! We can take a break. And our last thought group is she wrote Harry Potter. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, so we don't need to pause there. When you pause in the right place in a sentence, you will be easier to understand and you'll get to take a short break. So our next video is going to elaborate. It's going to explain more about thought groups and take it to the next level. We are going to look at stress within thought groups. It can also be called prominence, but don't worry, I'm going to break it down for you. It's another small step you can take to improve your English pronunciation. So here we go.